Hello! This is a very special episode because I am mixing Storytime with Deanna and Art Class with Deanna. So this is what I usually do in the classroom. Bring a super cool book in and we talk about it, and then this inspires us so much to make art. So I'm going to have a few project ideas at the end, and we'll talk about a bunch of stuff during the book. This is one of my all-time favorite books to talk about art, to talk about nature, to talk about that art is everywhere and that you just live in art all the time. And it was a gift from one of my professors when I got my teaching degree, so it's just like near and dear to my heart, and it's so beautiful. I'm very excited about this book. I hope you guys are as excited as I am. Probably not, because I'm very excited. Okay, we're gonna get started. A Day with No Crayons. The intrigue already, I know. By Elizabeth Rusch, illustrated by Chad Cameron. What does illustrated mean? Do you guys remember? Something to do with art. It's the person that does all the drawing. Maybe you could be an illustrator. I like this page because it has like tons of her art on it. Really cool. A Day with No Crayons. Now, this page is really cool because you can see lots of the letters that are in the title, all of the letters in the title, but they're made out of different things. You can see a little spoon, rubber band. What do you think that is? What are these? There are so many cool things on this page. Liza loved her crayons. She treasured turquoise, adored apricot, and flipped over fuchsia. In fact, coloring made Liza feel tickle me pink. Every day, Liza filled her coloring books with aquamarine oceans, royal purple plums, and screamin' green dragons. She papered the walls of her room, the hallway, and the bathroom with the bright, neat pages. Then, one day, Liza ran out of paper. Her coloring books were all full, and there wasn't a single sheet of blank paper left. Liza paced her room, unsure of what to do, until she discovered, right in front of her, one blank wall. Now, are you supposed to draw or paint on anything that your mom and dad doesn't tell you is okay? No. What do you think her mom's gonna say? I don't know. What on earth are you doing? Her mother cried. Coloring, said Liza. Coloring? Your walls? Her mother exclaimed. Do you think her mom is happy? I don't think so. She snatched up Liza's crayons. Crayon bucket. No more crayons for you today. No crayons? Liza cried. A whole day with no crayons. What do you notice about her? She looks sad. What color is she now? She's really grayed out. She's not super colorful right now. Let's see. Liza shuffled to the bathroom. Feeling blue, midnight blue in fact. A day with no crayons, she grumbled. She gripped the toothpaste crossly, squirting a big blue-green streak across the sink. Now look at the mess I've made, she mumbled, smearing it towards the drain. Some of you might know what that looks like. What other piece of art that looks like. Later, Liza trudged to the park and smacked her foot in a puddle. Day with no crayons is as brown as mud, she mourned, stomping around the basketball court. Finally, Liza slumped to the ground and brushed her grass-stained knees. The green wouldn't come off. Liza leaned forward for a closer look. She thought, that's spring green and jungle green mixed. Liza rolled over and found herself eye to eye with a lovely flower. Why, that color is not bluebell at all, she said. It's more like cornflower. It's a little bit more color coming into her life. Liza yanked a nearby dandelion and crushed it in her fist. When she opened her palm, it glowed. And this isn't dandelion yellow, she laughed. It's more like laser lemon. Liza jumped up. It's even lovelier than laser lemon. Liza smashed dazzling yellow dandelions into her cuffs. Then she squashed deep purple blackberries onto her pockets and rubbed brilliant orange tiger lilies down both legs. She's finding color so many places. Running through the park in her rainbow pants, Liza suddenly saw color everywhere. Oh my gosh, Liza. She dragged a muddy stick across the park, sketching a chocolate brown tree trunk with long stretching branches. She pressed leaves of meadow green, sea green, and forest green in the mud and squished them onto her tree until it shimmered. Then she gathered flower petals and fashioned birds that flew with her across the park. As Liza left the park, she scraped an old red brick along the sidewalk, drawing a desert, some camels, and a whole caravan. She's drawing with the brick. So cool. So creative. Near her house, Liza gathered gray-blue pebbles and laid them side by side until an ocean swelled up the front porch steps. Liza scattered dandelions and rhododendron petals until a sunset glowed. Wow. That's beautiful. That night, Liza crawled in bed, arranging her pillows around her. Outrageous orchid, she thought. Magic maze. Wondermelon. Her mother walked into the room, holding Liza's crayons. You can have your crayons back, her mother said, kissing her on the head, if you promise not to color on the walls. Liza eyed the crayons. Her mother held out to her. She smothered the blankets on her bed. Oh, I gotta start this page over. Okay. That night, Liza crawled in bed, arranging her pillows around her. Outrageous orchid, she thought. Magic maze. Wondermelon. Her mother walked into the room, holding Liza's crayons. You can have your crayons back, her mother said, kissing her on the head, if you promise not to color on the walls. Liza eyed the crayons her mother held out to her. She smoothed the blankets on her bed and considered the coloring book spread out on the floor around her. She said, I think I can go one more day without crayons. What does it look like she made? She made herself. Oh my gosh. So, in the beginning, Liza was very upset about what? Do you remember? She got her crayons taken away because she was drawing somewhere she shouldn't be. So, she thought she wasn't going to be able to make any art without paint or crayons or any of that stuff. But then when she went outside and she interacted with nature, just having fun and playing, she realized that there were so many ways to make art outside. So, I have a couple of ideas for you guys. Luckily, spring is happening right before our very eyes, and there is starting to be a lot more color outside. I want you to go outside and see what things outside have color that you like. You could look at the grass, you could look at other buildings, you could see if you could find any rocks, you can find anything that you see a color that you like. And just like Liza, you could name it something really, really cool. Like it could be like how she said laser lemon, you could do like creepy green or something fun like that. You can look at different colors. Then you could even take it a step further. Let's say you see lots of really cool pebbles around. You could collect them. There's also a lot of acorns around right now. I went through and I collected a ton of acorns the other day because they were really beautiful and I thought they were really cool and I want to make something out of them. I can show you my basket. I collected a lot of acorns. I just think the shape is so pretty and I thought they were so inspiring. So you could use these, you could look at them and draw them, or you could just collect them and have them on some sort of nature table. This is another idea. You can go out and collect special things from all your little walks and adventures and make your own little table of little treasures, just like Liza does in her bedroom. I'll show you an example of a nature table right now. This is my nature table, and all the things on here, other than a few of the stones that were given to me, are all things that I found while I was outside. So some acorns, stones that I really liked, leaves. This I found at the river that's so beautiful. A little plant. So this is a nice way to kind of make art just from things you find outside. Put this little rock in with all these cute little bunnies, and they're like, "Ooh, look at my beautiful rock." And then I just did something like that. So I am going to take you guys outside for a second and show you something that I think is really cool. Okay? Okay, here we are outside. I'm surrounded by lots of beautiful stones and the water. And look at these beautiful pieces of artwork that were made just using natural materials. Can you tell what shape this is? It's a heart. And then this is a peace sign. They did such an amazing job. It's so cool. So, an idea would be to collect some items that you're really drawn to, either by the color. Oh, I really like this one. I really like all these like orange ones. I think they may be like bricks. And you can work on arranging them into something that you think is beautiful. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did making it. Let me know what you found outside that maybe you wouldn't have noticed before, that could be made into art or just used to inspire and excite you about making things. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that this was something that you can bring into your life from now on. It's something that you can just do when you're outside or just walking around and just experiencing life. Have such a great day and do something fun and creative, and I hope to see you all soon.